Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let's start again, a false start there. My name's Ken Johnson. I'm the Business Development Manager for Zakeke. Thank you very much for joining us on our regular webinar this afternoon. This afternoon, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about Zakeke and why customization is important. I'm going to be presenting a case study of one of our customers. And then I'm going to be going into a product demonstration showing up how to set up variants and how to force color changes in the design. At the end of the afternoon, there'll be a question and answer session. So Zakeke is a very capable piece of software that is being used by retailers across 400 different industries. So we have a solution that will suit your needs. If you could please let me know via the Q&A the sort of customized products you'll be offering. I'll try and mention functionality as I go through to match your needs. So Zakeke offers a SaaS solution, a cloud-based and scalable service. There's no coding, no service costs, no maintenance. It's ready to go and it's always being updated. Zakeke is a growing global company with headquarters in Milan, and we have offices in the UK and in the US. We have plugins for the most popular e-commerce platforms, Shopify, WooCommerce. And we have a self-onboarding solution, which is usually enough time to download the plugin, integrate with your e-commerce platform, set up personalized products, and start selling before your first invoice. So why offer personalization? Forbes have said that this new e-commerce category will only grow larger in the future. People expect to see customizable products on your websites. Retail Week said it's not just about customizing products. Personalization has now become a consumer expectation, especially over the last year because of the COVID crisis. People aren't going into shops, but when they go online, they want to buy a product that is exactly what they need rather than a box off the shelf. So I'm going to start with a case study. This is Silent Pool Distillers, who make gin. They recognize an opportunity to provide custom labels on their products. They didn't actually want to change anything in particular. They just wanted to make sure that their customers had more choice and add this to their existing product range. So adding in Zakeke customization allowed them to reach more customers. It allowed them to easily expand their product offering without any expense. Customers are expecting to buy customized products, so when they look on your site, they will expect to find them there. Don't sell boxes, because if you do that, then you'll be competing with hundreds of other e-commerce platforms that are doing the same thing. During the COVID crisis, e-commerce became an integral part of Silent Pool's business. Another upside of customization is that whilst personalizing a product, customers will stay on your site for longer, which will help to boost your SEO rankings. Typically, a customer will stay on your site for between 15 and 20 minutes instead of just 1 or 2 minutes. Silent Pool were very happy with the introduction of customized products. They're now able to allow their customers to create labels for their spirits. The product was simple for both the supplier and for customers. And they also said that when they had a query, Zakeke support was very, very responsive. Let's have a look at the product they set up on their site. So from the product page in their store, I can select the sort of gin that I want, and then I can click on customize, and I can go into the Zakeke customization window. I can add text. which I can move around within the print area. And you'll notice that they've locked down the font, so it's the same font as their trademark, which keeps the design nice and clean. I can also add in a picture, and I can resize that to fit within the window. So I can make a bottle of my own personal gin. Please have a look at our website, Zakeke category case studies, to look at the other case studies to find stories of how companies similar to yours have been able to use Zakeke to increase their sales. So I'm going to go into the demonstration now, and I'll show you how to set up a variant. So if I go to my store, I have a product within the store where I have set up variants. So this bag can come in a choice of white, black, or pink bags. But you'll notice that I can buy it now, but there's no customization offering. If I go to the back office of Zakeke to set up a product, I'll go to customizable products from my store, and I'll choose the bag. The first thing that I need to do is to set up the print area. In order to make sure that print ready files are returned to you to size, what I first need to do is measure the virtual size of the product on the screen. Now I know that this is 30 centimeters, so I'll set that. And that means now that whenever I add a print area onto here, the print area will be scaled to fit the bag, whether you're looking at this on a desktop machine or on your mobile device. So I could set up an oval or a circle. If I want to make sure it's an oval, I can just make sure I've got the same dimension for the width and the height, and that will make a perfect circle. I could move that around, and I can make sure that it's centralized within the product. I could draw a polygon shape, so I can follow the shape of the product and make the print area the full size of the product. Or I can use a PNG mask. So that I can make a shape that's heart-shaped. So I can have a heart-shaped print area within the product. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to create a regular rectangle, and I'll move it around and I'll make sure that it's centralized. So this is the full print area for the bag, and this will be the same for all product variants. So if I save that one, what I can do now is I can add variants. I go into variations, and the variations are pulled in from my store. So I've got the white, the black, and the pink bag. So I'll select all, and I'll add variations. Now, as a default, the pictures of the bags are pulled in from the main product page within my Shopify back office in this case. So what I need to do now is make sure that I've got bags that match the variants that are shown. So I'll change this image here. And I'll select the black bag. And then I'll go to the next one for the pink. and select that. Now, because all of these pictures are a similar size, then the print area will stay the same, but now I've got the different colors for each of the bags. So now that I've added those, I can go to the preview and I've got that all set up. So I can now save and publish to the store. If I now go back to my store in Shopify, I've got the choice here of choosing a variant. And if I refresh the page, we will now see the customize button added in because of the customized product that I've set up in Zakeke. So when I go into customize, I start with a black bag, or from within the customization, I can choose a pink bag or the white bag. What I can do then is I can upload a picture within the print area, and I can add text. I can change the color of the text to match the picture. And I've created, as a customer, a personalized bag. If I decide that the pink bag doesn't really match the image, I could go back again and change to the black bag. What I'll do now is I'll go into the back office again, because after setting up the product variants, what I need to do now is set up some pre-designs. So I go into Tools and go to Pre-design Templates. I'll choose the handbag and add a new template. So this is now going to be base content that will form part of the design. For the first one, I'm just going to call this one Create Your Own. And I'm going to save that. I'm going to make this available for all print variants. Now I'm going to add another option. On this one, I'm going to add a picture. Let's have a dragon down the bottom here. And in here, because I want this to stay as part of the design, I'll select the picture and I'll go to Settings, and I won't allow customers to replace, move, rotate, resize, delete the image. And I'll also make it always on top. Now I'll call this Dragon. And then save this. Now, if I go back to my store, I can check that the changes have been made. So I'll just refresh the page by going back into the catalog and going to the handbag, select the white, I'll customize the bag. And now, as well as being able to change the variants, I can also go into pre-made designs and I can select the dragon bag. And I can still upload an image on there as well. And in this case, the dragon will be over the top of the image. So that's quickly how to set up product variants and how very quickly to add a pre-design. So we've got those set up as well. What I'm going to do now is show you how we can force color changes. So if as a store, you're offering screen printing or foil printing, you might have a limited range of product colors that you can select. So I've shown you how we can set up a customizable product. I've shown you how we can then use the whole print area to create a pre-design. What I'm going to do now is go to printing methods. Now, printing methods is a very important part of setting up Zakeke. So for people in the printing industry, like Mr. Anonymous attendee this afternoon, I can go in here and I can either create a printing method to match a product, or I can create a printing method to match my printing equipment, whether it's a UV printer or dye sublimation printer or engraving machine. So if I go to screen printing, because of the screen printing method, I've only got a limited range of colors. So I don't have a full gamut of colors within the screen printing. So I've selected here a range of colors that can be used within the design. And these are to match the colors of the inks used in the screen printing process. If I come down here, I'm not going to allow customers to add text. I'm going to allow images and clip art. I'm not going to allow customers to upload their own images. From here, I can select the number of fonts that can be chosen. I showed you in the gin example where one font had been added. So I could in here just choose 3 fonts. And then I can, from the 3 that I've chosen, I can choose a default font. The print ready files can either be an SVG format, PDF, PNG, or DXF. I'm going to choose the PDF format this time. The screen resolution is 300 dpi. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom. I'm going to apply this printing method to the handbag. And then I'm going to save that printing method. What will happen now is that when I go back to the product, if I try to add a picture or clip art that has colors that don't match my screen printing process, then I can change them. So if I go to handbag and choose the white one and customize that. If I then go to clip art and choose some clip art, you'll notice here that the 3 colors within the clip art have been changed to match the colors that are available. So 2 of these have come out at the same color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to choose one of the other colors that we selected in the printing method. And then I'm going to update the image. And you can see now that the colors of the design have been changed to match the screen printing methods. So thanks very much for your time. That concludes the demonstration this afternoon. And now I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Okay, I've been asked about the print files that can be returned. They can be tested within the back office of Zakeke. So if I go to customizable products and I go to the handbag, I can test the product from within the back office. As before, I can choose the variant. Let's choose the pink one. And then choose some clip art. And as before, the colors have merged in. So I'll go into here and I'll choose a different color. And then update the image. And when I'm happy, I can place a test order. Now this will send print ready files into my test orders so that I can view the product that I've created. So I've also been asked if Zakeke can be offered to integrate with other stores. There's a full list of stores within our website, and you can see all of the integrations there. If it's not listed, it may be on the way, so please let me know and I'll find out. Alternatively, you can connect via an API. Let's go to the test orders now. So here's the product that I created. I can download a full zip file. And within the zip file, in this case, I get a job card for the product. So I know that it's the pink bag, and I know that the artwork is going to look something like this. And I've also got the coordinates of where the artwork is going to go within the bag. Within the zip file, I also have the artwork that's going to be placed on there. So this is the original artwork with the 3 original colors. And here's the amended artwork to match the screen printing process. Giancarlo has asked about personalizing shoes. Yes, shoes can be personalized or configured. It's a similar process, and you can either view them in 2D or 3D with augmented reality as well. If you'd like to contact me after the webinar, I'd be happy to show you how to do that. Let me show you a full range of example products that can be set up within Zakeke. Within our demo store, we have shoes, and we have a range of other products as well. So for example, if I go to the mug and customize the mug, I can choose a pre-design. I can personalize this by adding an image, which I can move around. I can add text, which I can move. I can rotate. I can resize. If it goes outside of the print area, it won't be seen, so the customer knows exactly where his artwork is going to be placed on the mug, and then it can be viewed in 3D. So by adding a 3D image into the back office of Zakeke for your products, customers can view it in 3D and in augmented reality. It means that they can view this cup on their desk or their table at home as they've customized it, and they can move around it, and they can also take pictures. Within the 3D preview, you can also go to the variants, and you can change to different color mugs if you want to. I've been asked how many pre-designs products can have. There can be as many pre-designs as you like. Within the pre-designs, you can have as many categories as you want. And within each category, you can have as many designs as you need. The only limitation would be to make sure that you've got a good user interface for your customers. I've also been asked if there's a limit to the number of print areas per item. And no, there isn't. I mean, you can add as many as you like. So for maybe a shirt, you can have a print area on the front, one on the back, and one on each sleeve. I've mainly been showing you the customizer products in 2D that we offer with Zakeke software. And let me show you an example now of a configurator product. So if I take, for example, this shoe and configure this, in this case, the shoe opens up in 3D, and I can go through and I can color every panel within the shoe. So from the start, I could choose, for example, a theme. It's always a good idea to start with a theme, because sometimes if you give customers a completely blank product, then they get stuck and they're not really sure how to get started. But in this case, they could start with this theme and then they could recolor it if they want to. So you can either go through step by step and change different parts of the shoe, or I can click on different areas like the swoosh here and I can change the color of that. I can change every aspect of it. What I can also do is I can go into the print area and I can add a name, and that shows as well. And this can also be viewed in full screen, and I can move around and see every aspect of the shoe. Let me show you one more product in the configurator. So this is a chair that could be personalized. In this case, the different parts of the chair can be changed. So we could choose, first of all, to have wheels or legs. We can then go to the color and we can use the color, change the color. And we can go to the armrest and add armrests or remove them. Once I've created a design, I could share this via social media, or I could share it via email to let people see my design. I could download a PDF of the design as well. So I can see here the design I've created. I can also save the design to come back and finish off later. If I decide I'm happy with this chair, I can go enter this into the shopping cart, and then once I pay, the print ready files will be returned to the store. In this case, it will say add the arms, add the wheels, and it'll tell them the color of the seat, and the product codes for all of the component parts will be sent through. And what will also happen is that when it's sent into the retail store, that it will draw down on the stock levels from the inventory. In terms of 3D preview, I've been asked if we offer a 3D modeling service. Yes, we do. If you want to provide a brief, then we can provide you with a quote to produce a 3D model and the timescale to have it made. Navid has asked if you can add textures to 2D products. Let me show you a phone that's been set up by one of our customers. So this custom was set up entirely by the customer. He's made a 2D customizer product to show how a phone case can be personalized. So if I add a picture to this, you'll notice that the picture can go outside of the phone itself. That's because the image is going to wrap around the side and go on the sides. Now, if I turn that, you can see some really nice reflections in there which really show off the high quality, high gloss finish of this phone case. So Navid, in answer to your question, you can't add textures to 2D, but you can apply them to 3D. I've been asked about the 3D format to set up the 3D products. And the 3D files are OBJ file or similar. They're usually low polygon count. They're quite simple 3D models because you want them to be fast and responsive within the customizer if people are using a desktop machine or a mobile device. The texture files are added by a JPEG. They need to be about 1 megabyte in size so that they can be applied to the different areas. What is important is that the mapping of the product takes the image where you expect it to go and not onto the case, or sorry, not onto the screen in this one. Okay, I've been asked about how to access the help guide. Thanks for that question. Let me show you within the back office of Zakeke. Once I'm in the back office, there are information buttons all over the place that will help to guide you through the process of setting up products and using different functions. So if I want to go to printing methods, for example, it tells you that you can enable or disable customization settings and make sure that your print ready files are ready to go. If you need more information, you can click on Learn More, and that will take you straight to the relevant page within our user guide so that you've got the information you need. You can also search within the user guide to find more information there as well. If you start at the beginning of the user guide, you've got different sections like on how to get started, how to integrate and set up your store, and then how to use the product. I've been asked about the augmented reality functionality, and I'm not able to show you that because I'm on a desktop machine, but let me show you a video of a product. So this is the chair that's been customized within a mobile device. When the fabric has been chosen, the customer can view it in 3D. What he can do then is place it in his office in augmented reality, and it comes in to scale, and people can view the chair in the office. You can move it around, you can make sure that the color matches the theme of the office and make sure that you're happy with the design. It's all designed to give the customer the information they need to be able to buy the product quickly. Here's another example of a configured lamp. The customer's chosen the golden lamp, and then he's going to apply that to his desk. Once he's viewing it in augmented reality on his mobile device, as I said before, he could move around the product and take pictures of it from different angles. I've been asked about engraving on wood. There is a video of how to use the engraving solution on our YouTube channel, but let me show you quickly how to set up engraving. So if I go to printing methods, and I'm going to go to engraved wood. And I go through the different options here, and I go down to the bottom, and I've got different effects that I can select. So I choose a predefined effect of engraving on wood. And what I can do is I can see a preview of this. Now, obviously, this is on a metal product. So I'll choose a product image. I'll choose this chopping board. And now you can see the effects of the engraving with and without. So that's the image that's going to be applied, that's going to be engraved to the wood. And I can change that to how it's going to look. Now, what I can do now is I can change different settings of it. So the opacity, for example, I can change the color to something that's more of a brown color. So the idea is that the print ready file that will come to you will be the full picture file, full colored picture file. But what the customer will see is a representation of what the product's going to look like when it's engraved. So the idea is to go through the different settings and match those to what a finished product's going to look like once you've engraved it. I mentioned earlier how when customers go onto a site, the longer they spend on the site, the more it makes sure they're likely to buy something. It also boosts the SEO rankings. But when they download the augmented reality view to look at on their phone, they can also share that with their friends. So when they've created a product that they're happy with, they can share that with all of their friends. And it's another way of marketing organically your services to their friends. Okay, so I think that, oh, sorry. Okay, I've had a question just come through from Christina, who says that she's been using Zakeke for 2 months and she's very happy with it. She says she's having trouble, I think it's a spelling issue. I think she means collages, even though she's followed all of the instructions. So let's quickly show the collage setting. Let me think. If I go back to my customizable products and choose the handbag. Oh, sorry, I need to go to pre-design. So let's go to the pre-design for the handbag. I'll select the bag. I'll add a new template. I'm going to call this collage. I can't do that because I've turned it off on that product. So let's stop that one. Let's see if I can add it to this key ring. Oh, it's turned off on that one as well. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, Christina. I'm going to have to get back to you on this one. Doesn't seem. Christine, I'll email you afterwards and we'll go through the collages at a later date if that's okay. We need to press on now with the rest of the demonstration. Sorry about that. If you need any help at all during setting up products or with any of the functionality of the software, then please either email myself or the help desk. The email address for the help team is tracked, so you'll get an answer very quickly there. I'd like to thank you all for attending. If you keep an eye out in your for your inbox over the next few days, we're going to be sending out details of a promotional code for everybody that's attended today. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you found it worthwhile, and I look forward to seeing you at the next webinar in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.